Morning. This is Van with Level8 Trading, here to do our pre-market discussion. It is June 29th, 2026. I'd like to start out by looking at our pre-market playbook. I would go look at the news. There is no real news today that's going to, is expected to move the market. It's really going to be all about rates, all about oil. Obviously, we have the Iran conflict around, and then you'll have a list, and you guys have access to this playbook. But you can obviously sign up for it or come to level8trading.com, and you'll see it every morning in Discord. But primary drivers today are going to be yields. And that's what's going to drive price. Right now, we have really neutral yields. What's going on right now? The quarter end flow, or right here at the end of the quarter, that's something that may show up in the last hour or so. So we'll see what happens with that as we get into power hour, things like that. There's no Mag 7 earnings or anything like that. The European Central Bank has a yearly conference they get into where they talk about rates and policy, and that won't affect anything until maybe the last hour. That's when they might get some information out of what they're talking about, but again, it's not going to be a huge driver. So, trade implications for today: likely type rotational, two-sided, unless rates reprice sharply. Treasury prices have been moving up here in the last half hour or so, but they're still in a neutral position. They were negative. Now they're just slightly positive. VWAP rotation. When we talk about rotation around value, we're usually talking about one of the VWAPs. Maybe there's a Globex VWAP that started when the market opened at 6 p.m. Eastern Time Sunday evening. And there's a cash session VWAP, which we anchor to the open. So, we get rotation between them, over them, etc. The best upside path is rates. Best downside path is rates. I mean, this is kind of what we're seeing. It is warning us about fading late day directional moves today going into the end of the quarters, because there may be some repositioning going on that we could get on the wrong side of. We'll take a look at that in power hour when we trade that. And again, a warning about yield. So that's what your playbook has to say today. Go ahead and close that one. From a structural standpoint, from a structural read, we have here that price and rates conflict. It's likely a rotational around value. We're talking about, like I said, we're going to get a cash session VWAP. This is where it ended. It's going to start up here with price, wherever that may be. In 15 minutes, it may move back down, but likely rotational. We don't see a lot of we don't see a lot of straight in moves now. ES is up around 65 points. If we go look at let's see. This is our execution chart. If we go look at SPX today, its expected move is 41, plus or minus 41 points. We've already moved, 66, 65 points or so. To the upside, we would generally expect at the open a rebalancing to the downside here, and maybe we run down to VWAP, or maybe we run down below it. But that's kind of what we would look for at the open, is a little rebalancing to the downside, because we've already moved through the expected move on SPX the way the market has it priced in that options market. And again, guys, that SPX options market is the biggest in the world, and those options dealers use ES to hedge those options, and so it is the biggest single influence in what we see with the price of SPX on an intraday basis. So again, they may rebalance to the downside over that move. We'll see. we've got we've got a positive structure here on this 5 minute of it. We've got the 8 moving above the 21, 21 above the 200, etc. I mean, these are bullish structures for us, so we'll pay attention to those as we go, as we get rolling here. Again, if we look at these, I didn't point out these yields. This is the 30 and the 10-year right here are essentially flat. Same way with the 2 and the 5-year. I mean, we've got essentially flat treasuries, so that's kind of what the rotational read looks like. Otherwise, if they were supportive, we may have a likely bullish read here. But and that would be, if we got the move up, on the rates. That might be what we would like to see, is that initial rebalancing to the downside, and then into the 10 o'clock hour we can start trading with the bulls. So we're going to trade whatever happens, if that's what we're going to look at today. If you like this content, please like and subscribe to this channel. Also, come to level8trading.com. You can join our Discord and see how we operate this workspace on these different time frames and on these different levels between indexes and etc. So I'll see you after the market today for a post market wrap up, and good luck today trading.